Hello, everybody. Today we're going to do a little bit of tool talk, and I'm going to tell you. I found something on YouTube, like most people do. YouTube University is the greatest place on earth. But I tried an experiment. Oh, I don't know, month and a half ago, where I saw a YouTube channel, Southern Salt, talked about removing oxidation from your tools or fillet knives, and pretty much, or actually it was from tools. So what I did was I tried that. I had some three old, they were called fillet knives that were regrinds from restaurants. They had a little bit of rust on them. So I realized in reviewing that, I wasn't super happy with the first test. So I'm kind of doing up a follow up, and I'm going to tell you some of the things that I'm doing differently. I should have listened to the guy the first time. I was just kind of in a rush at that time. It didn't have a whole lot of time to devote to it properly. So I'm kind of like, I've shortcutted here a little bit, and I'm going to tell you what I've done and what I think about it. And I have not pulled this out. I will say a few days ago, I had some pliers, and it's so funny. These pliers look almost identical to the pliers that the gentleman from Southern Salt had used in his demonstration video cleaning up some needle nose pliers. So here are the pliers. I had them soaked for, I want to say they had been soaked for like 24 hours. No, excuse me, I take that back. Probably like 12 to 14 hours. And I pulled them out. They were definitely a lot looser. And then I came out and scrubbed them with a toothbrush, which is not what I did in the first process when I tried it with the fillet knives. I didn't. I had some wire Brillo, like those type pads, SOS type things or whatever. I couldn't find them the first time, but anyway. So I'm going to tell you what I did do, and this is totally like I have no idea what the results are going to be. I will say, after soaking it the first time, I did hit it, scrubbed it with this just regular toothbrush, no wire bristles, nothing like that, and it cleaned up really well. Very easy to operate. It is very functional. I did put it back into the. I have a clear glass right here, and I put it back into the glass. It's been soaking probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. I kind of forgot about it. So we're going to see what happens with this experiment. So when I was selling in Alva, Florida the other day, I was pulling my signs from the roadway. I found a little Kershaw knife. So I did a little bit of the vinegar application to it, and I totally forgot it. I had it in this glass with this needle nose pliers, and there was a lot of salt and stuff like in the hinges and the mechanisms and everything, and this cleaned up really well. So I'm just going to give this a quick hit at any of the points where there could be some loose sand, gravel, or whatever in here. She looks really good. I do have a bottle of spring water. I'm going to rinse this off. So there you go. It looks really good. It's going to be definitely a functional knife. I like it. Kershaw's are a good brand. My hands are a little wet here. Let me dry my hands. So it locks into place. Has a little clasp there. So that was a free knife restored with distilled white vinegar. This was not in real bad shape. So the pliers were. They were in a lot worse shape. So these have been soaking for a while. I'm going to scrub them now with the toothbrush, see if we get any more oxidation off of this tool. It looks like a lot of it is coming up cleaner. You definitely want to try and anywhere there's like hinges or moving parts, you want to definitely clear that up. The channel that I learned this on, he has a lot of good content. I mentioned him once before in one of my shout outs. The channel is called Southern Salt. So I can see it already improving. I do not have any of the wire or the bristle or anything with. I am confident just by seeing what this soft bristle toothbrush is doing that this would come up almost 100% with some type of wire bristles or what have you. So that's easy to move, little effort. Some cheap pliers are restored. Like I said, this would come up better with some type of SOS pad, or what do you call that? That wire stuff. Steel wool is what I was trying to say. I don't know why my brain sometimes gets fried. I guess I have onset early dementia or something. But anyway, it is it's a cool trick. Not a whole lot of effort. If you treat your tools better than me, than most, like most people, you're going to be okay. So these are just some beat around tools. Sometimes I use them in my tackle box, and sometimes I just use them in my toolbox. But it will do the job. It'll get your tools functional again. And like I said, I'm confident that all this other stuff right here would clean up just some type of wire brush or wool. So that's your tool talk tip of the day. I would say it's very productive. It can help you out, but you're going to smell like summer's eve for a few hours unless you really get a lot of soap on your hands and clear it up. So use lemon or something like that. But I'm probably going to go in there, use some Fells Naphtha soap and clear that up. Anyway, appreciate you tuning in for another episode. This might be the first episode. I have to go back in the archives and check, but this is Tool Talk, and you're listening to Jail Bait and Tackle Outdoors. Thank you.